Good evening, everyone. What a day, full day. And yeah, I can't believe it's almost 7 o'clock and there's so much going on. I have family coming into town tomorrow. And for those of you who don't know me or haven't heard, I get married on Saturday. And if you've done that, you know there's always something else to do. But yeah, I had to get online and do this Facebook Live to talk about and ask, are you giving your healing power away? And are you allowing fear to take over? Because this is something that I've witnessed, that I've supported people through in my office, that I've experienced, and well, it can go a number of different ways depending on, are you standing and being in your full healing power, or are you giving it away, allowing it to be taken away, and allowing fear to take over? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I can remember years ago, I started to develop migraine headaches. I know I've mentioned this to some people, but I've developed migraine headaches. I had numbness and tingling in my fingers and hands and all the way to my elbows. I couldn't always be sure I could hold on to things. So when I pick something up, I try to do it with two hands because, well, I was probably going to drop it. And, excuse me, that's my alarm to remind me to stop and breathe. So if you've had a full day, like I've certainly had a full day, and you can do this, like you're not driving or something like that while you listen, then stop. You can do this with me. And just do a couple slow, easy, deep breaths. Yes, I do set an alarm to do that numerous times throughout my day, especially when there's a jam-packed day like I have had today, because it helps support me being in my full healing power. So as I was saying, some years back, I started developing migraine headaches and numbness and tingling in my hands, and it was getting worse, and there was no help in sight. Doctors weren't helping, that sort of thing. And what I mean by doctors weren't helping is I was going to doctors hoping that a doctor could tell me what was wrong and tell me how to fix it. And if they said, take this pill, I took this pill. Now, I might question it, I might be hesitant about it, but when it came down to it, at some point I was going to take it because I was in pain and I didn't know what else to do. And if they said, go do this test, I went and did this test. I never once stopped to consider, is this the best thing for me? Is this the best way to approach my health? I was relying on the doctors to give me the information, give me the answers. And I felt like my job was to listen and do it. And that's what I mean by giving your power away. Giving your power away. It is my belief, and I'm here to tell you, that you are your most powerful healer. You, your body, powerful. If whatever's going on in your life, you created that. You were instrumental in creating whatever's going on in your life. Now, I know for some of you that pisses you off, and that's okay. I've learned, I'm direct, I'm pretty straightforward. I don't beat around the bush. So whatever life you're experiencing, you created it. I believe it about my life, and sometimes it sucked. But what I also know is I had the power to change it. Just like I have the power to be more fully in my healing power or less fully in my healing power. Now, an example that I'll give of how it could go either way. A few years back, I decided to start seeing an an MD, a new doctor, get blood work, just check in, see how things were going. There were a couple things I had questions about. And I go to this doctor, seems nice enough. It's supposed to be a holistic, more focused practice. And at that time, he says, when was the last time you had a breast exam, from a professional, that sort of thing. I said, it's been a while. I mean, yes, I can take care of myself, and yes, I can check myself, but felt like, okay, it's good to have somebody else do that as well. I had an appointment with another professional in that office, a woman, who did the breast exam. And through the course of the breast exam, at one point she says, oh, there's a lump here. I'm like, what? I wasn't expecting that. And she's like, yeah, there's a lump here. Immediately, she goes into, okay, I'm going to recommend that you have further testing. The paperwork will be out front. You can just pick it up on the way out. You're all set, and yeah, you can get dressed and head out front. I was like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. What do you mean there's a lump? Can you show me where it is? Can I, feel this lump? And so she, goes back to that area, does that, and, I'm not noticing a lump. I'm not feeling a lump. But, we don't always know what others know, or what others can see, or, I don't know. She felt it. She told me it was there, or felt like it was there. I just didn't. And she walks out of the room. And I was like, whoa, because of course, where does my mind go? Breast cancer. What does this mean? It means, further testing and yeah, but breast cancer. And I'm like, whoa, my mind is kind of racing. And I'm thinking, you know what? I don't know that I want additional testing. I don't know that I want to go down that particular path. So I get up, I get dressed, and I get the paperwork. I go sit out in the car. And I just sit there for a while. And one of the things that happens first after I get over the initial shock is I'm pissed. I am angry because here it is, a woman who tells me I have a lump in my breast, doesn't ask if I have questions, doesn't ask if I need something, doesn't ask if, doesn't offer me any other options or anything. It's go take this other test. Once I got over that, I called my fiance and shared with her what was going on. Both of us trying not to freak out. And then I reached out to my support team, my healing tribe, and I said, I don't want to go down this train. I don't want to get on the train, like what I was imagining in my mind as the breast cancer train. I don't want to go through that. I've seen other people go through it. I wasn't doing that. And I really felt when I stopped and breathed and checked in with my body and grounded into my body and really got in with my body that I didn't have a lump, or I didn't have breast cancer. And I didn't want to go for further testing that was not necessary. Now, I'm not recommending that you do this or not do this. What I'm saying is decisions like this are personal, and they're based on what's best for you. It's based on being in your power, connected to your power, grounded into your power, and surrounding yourself with powerful people to support that. This is the choice that I made, a very personal choice. But I got together with my healers and we came up with a plan. What can we do if there might be, and how do I step up my self-care? How do I approach that? Well, I'm very happy to say that we came up with a plan. I followed through on the plan, and that was, 4 years ago. And I never went for testing. I don't have breast cancer. I'm good. There's no lump. Never felt a lump. Still don't feel a lump. Now, maybe there was never a lump. I don't know. All I know is I'm good. Now, I know others have gotten that same sort of news, and they're immediately on that breast cancer train, what I refer to, and that's, again, my personal experience, where the doctor says, go do this, go do that, go do this, go do that, and they're doing it. And what's happening with that is the fear continues to build. The anxiety, the worry, the stress, the tension continues to build, and you're thinking, oh, do I have breast cancer? Do I not have breast cancer? You know, it's going on in your mind. How do I know this? People have shared their stories. One woman who, when she shared that she in fact did have breast cancer, said, I knew it was only a matter of time. I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, I've been told from a very young age, it runs in my family, you're going to get it. She's like, I'm actually relieved. She's like, because now instead of it kind of being over my head, I know it's here, so I can take care of it. I mean, she had literally been told by family members, by doctors, from the time she was a little girl, she was going to get breast cancer. Talk about, in my opinion, again, fear taking over. Fear of family, fear of doctors, fear of this little girl who became a woman. What does this mean? It means, I'm sharing this story because before you make health decisions, before you make healing decisions, certainly before you go for invasive testing or follow through on some form of treatment that is expensive, whether it's money, time, resources, your body, make sure you're in, or I highly recommend, that you're in your full healing power, that your full healing potential is turned on, and that means going into you. Don't let fear take over. And I get that there's fear. It's not to say that I didn't have fear, but I did things to be strong in my healing power. I had doubt at times. I questioned what the hell was I doing at times. That's when I really stepped up and tapped into my healing support system and team. And I'm happy to say it turned out well. Too often I see, though, people giving away their power to their doctors, to their healers. They're not questioning. They're not questioning the information. They're not questioning the doctors. They're not questioning the healers. They're not questioning their bodies. They're doing what some professional, what some person with letters behind their name or in front of their name says to do. And again, like I said, I'm sharing my experience both as a person who's gotten that information, as a person who supports people who have gotten both positive and negative information as far as breast cancer diagnosis. What I do know is whatever decision that you do make sure you're in your power. Now, how can you do that? One, if the fear has taken over, before you make a decision, breathe like we did at the start of this video. Literally just sit and breathe. Get into your body. Get that breath flowing and moving throughout your body. If you're not quite sure how to do that, reach out to someone like myself or someone you trust, a trusted healer. And, well, at times that may be a professional. That may be not a family member, not a friend. They give us advice. It's not always the best advice for us. What's best for them might not be best for you. So find that support system. And when it comes to getting information about making a decision, get some objective information. Whether that be a professional or somebody who you know can, be objective, not not be up in their beliefs. And then when you feel that fear, that stress, that tension start to come down, ask yourself, what's best for me? And I can tell you that if you've moved from that place of fear into feeling powerful in your body, being connected in your body, feeling that breath in your body, you increase your chances, one, of making the best decision for you, and two, of supporting your healing ability, your body's healing power and ability to be at its best. Now, if you have questions, you have comments, you have thoughts, you want to know more, feel free to, put the comments below, send me a private message, call my office, schedule time for us to get on the phone. I want to hear from you. I want to hear about your experiences. And I want to support you being in your full healing power, making decisions from a place of power. All right. I've got a list of stuff to do. Like I said, I'm getting married on Saturday. Super excited. Taking care of myself to keep my stress level from going through the roof, bringing it down. Doing my breathing. All right. Until then, I'm sending you, until we connect next, I'm a little fried. Until we connect next, I'm sending love, health, and ease in your transformation. Have a great night.